Welcome to an introduction of the Kaya Sthairyam. My name is Kaya from Design in Yoga. Kaya Sthairyam is really an introduction to meditation. And this is a soft introduction just to get used to what it feels to come and sit in a cross-leg position or in a meditation posture, and to start really experiencing how you're connected to your physical body, to your mental body, to your mind, to all the thoughts and emotions that are coming up, or that you can feel, or that have been there for a longer time. And also how you can start connecting to your breath. And Kaya Sthairyam at the beginning might feel uncomfortable, you might start moving, and that's all fine. It took me quite some time as well to really start appreciating it. So feel, as you're coming to sit in a comfortable meditation posture. If you need support of a pillow, whether it's under the bottom or under your legs, feel free to do that. You can even sit with your back against the wall, or you can sit on a chair with both feet flat on the ground. Just make sure that you really get comfortable. And when you found the right position, and see if you can gently close your eyes. And just as you close your eyes, you start observing and feeling better where you're holding tension in your physical body. That's already in your face when you close your eyes. Release the eyes. And from there you want to start from the base of the spine, feeling that you make length through your spine without overstretching in the back. Gently feel that you release tension, that you elevate your spine as if from the crown of your head someone is gently pulling a little bit more upwards. And feel that your neck is aligned with your spine, your head in the middle as if it's balancing on top of your neck, with your chin just a little bit in towards the throat. Releasing your shoulders, feel that release down into your arms. You can place your hands in Guana Chin Mudra. So you curl your index fingers up and you place them at the roots of your thumbs, placing your hand palms on your knees for Guan Mudra, turning the hand palms up to the sky for Chin Mudra. And notice how you're settling in. Feeling the front of your upper body, so feel the spaces of your belly, your chest and the heart, the throat and your face. And just notice how your eyes are closed. Ideally, you would like to let them gaze upwards at a center in between the eyebrows, called Brahmadhya. And there you can place the image of a flame from a candle. That is still and immobile. And that's really your point of focus. Gazing at that immobile flame, seeing that light, bright. And then you feel the lower part of your body, feeling your bottom, your legs and your feet. And really focus on those parts that are in connection with the ground. But also feel as well how maybe your legs have been adjusted to keep your upper body long. Remember the spine, how we have the length in the spine, and notice as well how that might actually feel uncomfortable, especially if you're very often seated with a round back. So notice the lower body, your upper body. But know that you have the ground underneath. And that's really your support. So feel in your feet, in your legs, in the bottom, how you can actually let those parts of your body go gently a little bit more down, as you can release a little bit more. And when you do that, notice as well how other parts of your body might be responding. Could be, for instance, in your jaws, or maybe in your belly, or in the neck. And that's what we want to stimulate, that you really become aware of your whole physical body. You're aware of tension, you're aware of your posture, and you're aware that when you change, release somewhere, how is that releasing elsewhere? How is that communicating with other parts in your body? And if possible, you can imagine from the base of your spine, from the coccyx, that you create a strong root down, all the way down to the center of Mother Earth. And as if you hook that in, and the moment you hook that root in, as if it's a kind of small shock, as a reminder of where you've dropped your energy, of where you've become disconnected, from where did all the tension come into your body. So have that as a strong root down into the center of Mother Earth. And that's in the same line as your spine, as your neck, towards the crown of your head. So feel your whole physical body, the root, or maybe more roots that you have created. And in your physical body, you're breathing. So notice where your breath is. And as I always mention, we want to do that in drashta. And drashta is your neutral observation. It's that non-judgmental state to look inwards. And drashta is really that who or what inside of you is responding. Is responding to internal things, is responding to situations from the outside. Yeah, so in drashta you want to observe where your breath is, and not to judge if it's wrong, or if it's really shallow because of particular stressful situations. It's to observe that neutrally. Because from that place, you can start working with your breath and you become aware. Yep, if you're breathing at all, and obviously you're breathing, but how consciously are you breathing? Now you're taking deeper, fuller breath. And your breath is really the bridge between the physical body and the mental body. So observe where your breath is. It can be that you feel it in your belly, and that's really the natural way of breathing. You might feel it higher up, more in the ribcage area, or higher up in your chest, or in your throat. Just take a moment to observe that. And just where you feel that your breath is, you want to just have a few breaths that are going to be a bit stronger there. And so even if it's in the chest or in the throat, just let the breath become a bit fuller, that you really, from that center between the eyebrows, your awareness goes into that part of your body where you feel that your breath is. And to stimulate already a bit of deeper breath, and to remain a bit longer focused and concentrated on that breath, start in and exhaling a bit deeper through the nostrils. So while your awareness is in that space of where your breath is, at the same time that awareness comes from the center in between the eyebrows, and the awareness goes into the nostrils. So take a few deeper breaths there. And if needs to be, exhale through the mouth. And especially if it's new to in and exhale only through the nostrils, then inhale through the nostrils, but make that very active and very present. And exhale through the mouth. If you're comfortable with the in and exhalation through the nostrils, then you continue that. When you will be practicing more often, we would include another way of breathing, which is called Ujjayi. And Ujjayi is really like the sound of the waves on the ocean. It's a very soft sound in the space of the throat, which you kind of create through contracting the glottis. But for now, just feel, if you can use that Ujjayi, you do that. Otherwise, just feel how your breath is now. After a few times when you've breathed a bit deeper and fuller. And then with that bit of a deeper breath, we're going to have a journey through our whole body. So we're going to bring the awareness and possibly our breath into the different parts of our bodies. And if you feel that you really need to move, or that you notice that you start to get distracted, then when you're, for instance, in your right foot, you just gently move the toes. Because then you are in that part of your body and your awareness is there. And you don't start moving other parts of your body, because then you're completely distracted. And so feel, with your eyes focused in Brahmatya, with your breath, remember the nostrils, possibly your Ujjayi breath, you become aware of your right foot, feeling the whole right foot, the sole of your right foot, the heel, the top of your foot and the toes. And just have a few breaths that you're in that space. And ideally what you would like to do is feel where there's tension and what and how you can release that a bit. Doing the same with the lower leg, on the right side, the calf, and the front. The knee and the knee cavity. The upper leg, the thigh, the hamstring, the groin and the hip. Up to the right buttock. And maybe you can briefly contract the buttock, the right buttock, and then as you exhale, release that. So feel the right side. Feel from your right foot up through your whole right leg and the right buttock. Then from there, bring the awareness into the left side. Starting with your left foot, feeling the whole left foot, the sole of your foot, the heel, the toes and the top of your foot. Your lower leg, the front and the calf. Your knee and the knee cavity. The upper leg, the thigh, the back, the hamstring, the groin and the hip. Up into the left buttock. Again, there you can contract the muscles, and then when you exhale, release, and bring that release maybe also down into your left leg. So feel that left side, your foot and your left leg. And see if your awareness is still, you bring it back into the left buttock. From there, you're going to deeply inhale upwards on the left side of your spine, through your lower back, the middle of your back, your shoulder blade, into the left shoulder. And then deeply exhale down alongside the spine on the left side. When you're again down with your breath and the awareness, bring the awareness to the right side of your spine, into the lower back. From there, take a deep inhalation up through the lower back, the middle of the back, the shoulder blade, into the right shoulder. And exhale down. And including the whole back on your next inhalation, inhale up through your spine and both sides of your spine. So through the lower back, the middle of the back, the shoulder blades up into the neck. From there, exhale down to both shoulders, into your arms. Really feel that you release inside of the arms. Feeling your hands in mudra without any tension. And letting the inhalation go up from your hand palms via the back of your arms, as if there's a soft caress just above that skin, going all the way back up to arrive into the armpits. When you arrive into the armpits, just gently hold your breath for a moment. And then you want to continue that inhalation up into your neck, to the back of your head, and then exhale. Exhale from the back of your head towards your ears. And notice how your ears are probably very focused on listening outwards. Also there you want to soften that and start more listening inwards. Continuing up with the next inhalation at the back of your head, the level of the temples, exhaling towards the temples. The crown of your head. And then from there gently into the front of your face, your forehead. Feel in your eyes still focused on the flame of the candle. Feel how you can release in the jaws, in your mouth. From there into the throat. And just stay for a few moments in the space of the throat to see if you can stimulate a soft snoring sound, ujjayi breath. And maybe you can stimulate it a little bit by imagining the waves on the ocean, how you see them moving forwards and backwards, and hearing that sound. Just a few times, breathing in the space of the throat. And from there, you go into the chest and the rib cage. You're going to have 3 rounds there of breathing. You're going to inhale, letting the chest and the heart go forwards, the rib cage expands sideways. And then on the exhalation, that all comes back together again. So the rib cage comes back in, the chest and the heart go backwards. When you've inhaled completely, you can have a short retention of your breath. And then after that retention, there's a deeper exhalation that follows. Do that one more time. Now with that next exhalation, you go down, all the way down in your belly. Notice if you can really arrive with your breath in your belly, with your awareness. If you notice that that's difficult, you can bring your hands on your belly. And what you would like to start feeling is that when you inhale, the belly goes forward, so it gently pushes your hands forwards. And when you exhale, the belly goes backwards, so as if you bring your navel back towards the spine, and if your hands are on the belly, the hands go really into the belly. And continue that a few times. When you inhale, the belly goes forwards. And when you exhale, the belly goes backwards. And see if there's still that soft sound of ujjayi. Just focus on that sound. While your belly moves forwards on the inhalation, the belly moves backwards on the exhalation. And while you continue breathing in the belly, even if it's just a very small breath, just become aware of your whole physical body. How your awareness has traveled through your whole physical body. And what might feel a little bit more release, but also if it has created a stability. And from that stability is really that immobility, also inwards. So just observe in drashta as you continue breathing a few more rounds in your belly. Then with your next inhalation, you're going to take the inhalation from your belly upwards into the rib cage if possible, up into the chest, up into the throat. Maybe imagining it even up at the center in between the eyebrows, and from there deeply exhaling down. And when you exhale, see that you follow those different steps, and that you don't just drop your exhalation. Really try to bring the exhalation all the way down again, that you bring again the navel back towards the spine. We're going to do that 2 more times, the full yoga breath. Inhaling from your belly, up into your rib cage, your chest, the throat, the center in between the eyebrows. And from there you deeply exhale down. And you're playing with your breath. If the inhalation can only go up into the belly, that's fine. And just from there you can have a short retention of the breath, and then from there you deeply exhale down. Yeah, this is really the introduction. So you're really observing, maybe for the first time, how your breath is at all within your physical body. But feel the full yoga breath, your belly, your rib cage, your chest, the throat, Brahmatya. And from there again a deep exhalation down. And leaving the breath in the belly. We're going to chant 3 times the mantra Om. Deeply inhale. Deeply inhale and deeply exhale. Hari Om Tat Sat.